Hi guys, it's your girl Kill Chemist, and I am really excited this morning. It's about 9 o'clock this morning. I've been up for a little while. I'm about to go out and run some errands that I need to run. Um, but I am doing kind of an outfit of the day, but I guess it's a DIY outfit of the day. Let me first give a little background. So I have been wanting to learn to sew for a while. When I was growing up, my mother actually sewed, but she would never let me mess with her sewing machine. So I learned a lot of little things about her from watching her, and I used to actually stitch my Barbie doll clothes by hand with the scraps that my mother would let me have. So I used to make all kinds of things. I even bought a little Barbie doll pattern, and I would cut things out and stitch it by hand. And fast forward to now, there's a lot of things that I like that I see, but I would like them to be different. I don't like to look like everybody else. I don't like to walk in the store and buy what's on the mannequin and walk out the store with it, knowing that I'll probably see somebody else with it. I like to buy things from thrift stores because usually you'll get something unique and different. I enjoy buying things off season. I am not one of those people that has to follow a trend. So, if something was in last year and I could be rocking it this year because, probably most of the trendy people wouldn't wear it. I like things in different colors. I just like different stuff. And so I've always found that sewing is one of those skills that if you have that, you can always have something that's different. You can always tailor things to fit you better. Sewing is just the way to go. My mother used to sew things for me. She sewed all of my prom dresses, and I went my sophomore, junior, and senior year. She used to sew items for me, clothing items for me. She could take up anything, she could tailor anything. So I wanted to be able to do that for myself now that I've gotten older and I don't live close to my mother. And so I bought a sewing machine about a year ago. Didn't take it out the box. It sat in the box. And then I finally decided this year I was going to take a sewing class. So I went to one of my local craft stores, which was Joann's, and signed up for their basic sewing class. Took the basic sewing class, really enjoyed it. Showed me how to set up my machine, how to thread it, how to thread a bobbin, how to load the bobbin, how to stitch, different settings on the machine. So it was really a great class to take for someone who either doesn't know a thing about a sewing machine, because there were people in there like that, or people who hadn't touched a sewing machine in forever, or had interest in sewing and just needed to get going. I also took a quilting 101 class, and that was fun. I didn't take it because I want to make a quilt per se, but I took it so that I could, again, work on practicing my stitching. And also, I really like the patchwork kind of design where pieces of fabric are patched together, and I've seen garments that are made that way, and I had a little interest in that, so I wanted to learn a little bit more about that. So with all that being said, I've definitely been playing around with my sewing machine, and so this morning I decided to make a dress. Yeah, I had some fabric. I've been wanting a basic black, long, kind of maxi-like, but fitted, like tailored to my body. And I've tried many of them on in stores, and some of them don't fit at my waist properly, or they don't hug the back curves properly, or I didn't like the fabric they were made out of, or I just wasn't going to spend that kind of money on it. So I finally decided to break down and make a dress myself. Now, I want to give a shout out to a couple of channels here on YouTube. There's a young lady by the name of Gianni L. She does a lot of sewing videos and reconstruction videos on her channel. Like, she has tons. If you want to know how to sew probably without a pattern, she's a great resource. She uses mostly knit fabrics, but if you're a beginner sewer, that's perfect because you don't want to take time stressing out about how to put in a zipper and all those things. Also, of course, there's Threadbanger that's here, which is a great DIY channel for sewing and various other projects. And also, there's a young lady by the name of Michelle here on YouTube. She has an Etsy store, but here on YouTube, she does a lot of DIY sewing videos as well, showing you how to make things that she actually makes and sells in her shop. So they have inspired me, and I finally decided to make my black dress that I wanted to make. Like I said, I already had the fabric, and so I'm going to show it to you now. So here is my dress. Yes, I know it is very fitted. I wanted it to be very fitted because it's one of those kind of dresses you can wear it casually, or you can, put a blazer over it, put a sweater over it. You can layer with it. I just wanted it to really fit me. Now to make this, I did not have a pattern, so I used a dress I already had. I bought this dress off of charlotterusse.com. I think I paid I think I paid about $5.99 or something like that for it, but it was originally priced at $18.99. This is the tag. I still haven't worn it yet. And when I got it, when I saw the quality of the fabric, I mean, it's a decent jersey fabric, but it's kind of sheer, and I was like, man, I really got to get my sewing machine out because I could have made that and saved myself the money. So I used this dress. I laid it down this morning on newspaper. I like the way this dress fits me, and I wanted something like it but a longer version. So I put it on newspaper. I traced about an inch outside the perimeter of it, so instead of tracing the dress exactly as it's sewn, I added about an extra inch allowance around for sewing because I'm still a new sewer and I'm learning. I need to have a little extra room. And I sewed this dress. I hemmed it. I turned in the armholes and hemmed the neckline, and I am pretty pleased with my dress. It comes all the way down to my ankles, actually a little bit below my ankles. I really wanted it to be long. And I'm wearing it this morning with some Guess sneakers because I'm going to run some errands. I've always wanted to rock this particular look with just some sneakers, and I actually have done it with some other maxi type dresses I have, but they don't fit quite the same in the hip area. So yeah, and I can walk and move, so it's not, you know, restrictive in any way, but it definitely hugs my curves. So yeah, guys, I'm super excited. Hopefully this will be the beginning of more projects I'll share with you. I'll definitely put the links to the channels I mentioned below, and yeah, hopefully it's inspired someone who's been considering sewing their own clothing, or someone who used to sew and hasn't sewn in a while. Hopefully this will inspire you. Alright guys, bye.